What up, YouTube? Before we start the video, we got a very important announcement for you.
That's right, we have our new milestone giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. That is a CGC 9.8 graded Thor #1. This cover is a Nick Klein sketch variant that is also signed by Donny Cates.
What? Are you crazy? Yes, we are. When we hit 2,000 subs, we're giving away this bad boy. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated because we want to give this away, but we only can do that when we hit 2,000 subs. Let's get to the video. What up, YouTube? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
We are Two Fat Guys Poolist, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of June 12th. And it's a big one. I mean, it's not a big one, but like they're just progressively getting bigger and bigger every week. I mean, we just haven't had that on the show in a while, so get ready.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. First up, we have Crocodile Black, issue number 2 from Boom Studios.
Yeah, this book was a lot of fun last issue. This is Phil Kinney. I had to buy it, and it was a Boom #1, so I was like, yeah.
Right.
But no, it was really good. We got Danny kind of having a bit of a psychological break, and has maybe some reason turned himself into a super feared serial killer. So we'll see how that goes.
Always works out.
It's definitely trippy. Was not the direction I was expecting it to go at first, but definitely like an interesting criminal thriller. So if that's your kind of thing, then this, and if you like Philip K. Johnson for sure, it's got his feel to it. I don't know. There's just a way that he designs a narrative that I really enjoy, and it's definitely present here.
All right. Next up from Boom Studios, we have a new #1, Lawful, from Greg Pak. This is kind of the same thing. We've always been very forward with Boom #1s. You kind of have to pick them up. I think that hype still is there. I believe. I think it's just smart because you never know when that's going to pop off. You get that random tweet from Netflix or Boom that's like, hey, this is going to be a show. And you're like, yep, my $3.99 book now is worth $60 or more.
Right.
But outside of that, I saw this on your poll and I was like, well, this cover looks interesting. So, magic meets modern times kind of thing here. I don't know. Looks kind of neat to me.
The solicitation doesn't really give us a lot on what we're going on here. It says magical meets modern in a walled city with strangely familiar architecture, with two small children with a sense of adventure, yet a grim reminder of reality. Okay. A little bit of magic, it seems. Monsters, urban fantasy is the way that they're tagging it. So I don't know. I think it's definitely worth a pickup, especially as I'm personally moving my polls a little bit more and more indie every week.
So. All right, jumping over to Image, you've got Ain't No Grave, issue number 2 from Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. Issue 1 was interesting. I mean, it definitely established this world that we're in, but it also has Scotty Young's signature outlandish character designs where things are incredibly overstated, and you've got this kind of old gunslinger woman who, I wouldn't say old, but she's got some time on her, and she's out to hunt death, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's gonna kill death so that she doesn't have to die and she can be with her family. That's cool. That I like that.
Yeah.
The pacing was a little off. The character design, though, I would have to say, it is so flawed and so unbearable that it literally made me question whether I was going to read this issue. I will because I'm trying to be better than that and get over just a silly personal quirk. But man, it's pretty bad, and it's even on display here in the cover. So we'll see if I can get over whatever her name is and her big magical coat.
Like we've said before, we like to give each book at least 2 issues, if not a full arc. So I'm definitely giving it 2 issues. So we'll see how issue 2 fares. And
for sure, and this is a creative team I super admire. This is a good creative team.
100%.
What I'm giving them.
All right, next up we have The Deviant, issue number 6 from the Tiny Onion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's any surprise when I say this is definitely on Pick of the Week watch.
Right.
The last issue big revelations to see that, like, yeah, like maybe our main guy, maybe he's really is like a copycat killer. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. If the setup felt like that, that's too easy. And then all of a sudden, by issue 5, you're like, I think he is. Man, it's kind of creepy. This is this is this is Tinian at his best. Like, this is some of the best Tinian work I've ever Tynan work that I've ever read.
Mhm.
It's deeply personal. Like, there is no way that this is not like very very on the
Right.
nose. Some of the experiences that he probably had as a child.
Mm.
Also, this cover is good, but the variant covers for this series are. There's a Chris Sheehan one that I think I might have to pick up just because I'm a big Chris Sheehan fan.
Yeah.
But I think you will particularly enjoy it. I know you love like creepy things and masks and
Nope.
like degrading nice jolly characters like Santa into like
No.
it's really great at that. And then there's a Daniel Warren Johnson cover too. Uh,
Why? I mean, fuck you.
unfortunately, these yeah, that one.
No.
Unfortunately, these are incentive variants.
Oh my god, dude. Just can we move on?
I'm done. Let's move
Thank
on.
you. God damn it. All right, let's talk about another book that I actually really enjoy and is on my pick of the week watch, and that is Napalm Lullaby issue number 4. And issue 3 was like, whoa, like we were we we really moved that quickly. We went from like this like character study, civilization study of religion and how it controls people to going straight into like a superhero fight comic.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're about to get here, where it's just going to be a smash and grab big fight. That's what I am anticipating. I'm sure we'll be surprised by Remender. We always are. But this book has been nothing but awesome. In all the ways that we usually criticize books for not being good, this is really good because there's just this lack of not knowing things, but the way it's being delivered makes sense. And that's
Yeah.
such a conundrum of a sentence, but it is what it is. It's a great book.
It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, and at least for me, the first 3 issues a week. It's got to be a pretty good sign of a story that I'm digging. So
Right.
we're gonna keep trudging along. I think we've got 6 issues to their normal independent break, but
Interesting. All right. We'll see how
yeah,
it goes.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Dope. All right. I believe our last independent book of the night is Transformers issue number 9. I mean, the potential pick of the week here. My potential patois. Things are definitely getting crazy in the Transformer book. I think this is obviously the strongest Energon book, because it's Energon's Transformer thing. But anyway, I think this is just, it's been fantastic. I know we both had incredible reservations of Daniel not being involved on the artwork, but Jorge Corona has just fucking smashed it out of the park. To the point where like you don't even realize that Daniel's no longer on the art. And this is what me and you both have been just clamoring for when it comes to like, find a team of artists that can match the style that you've presented in issue 1 and just keep it going.
Yes.
And if there's anyone else in this industry within American comics that are like, it just can't happen, bullshit. You can do it. You can find somebody that can mimic your style ever so slightly so that the consistency of a book stays true to the original story that we've been telling. And it has not lost a beat. So, I mean, I don't think we've done it yet, and we're already like 6 months in, but I'm going to go ahead and say, well, no, did Transformers launch before, or did it launch in 2023?
Well, we're 9 issues in, so yeah,
Yeah. So
October of 23.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like, Transformers for me is probably one of my picks of the year.
Yeah.
And it's because
it's had more issues in this year than.
Yeah, but it's definitely been consistent. So I think that's awesome. I can't wait. There's a lot of shit going on in this book.
I'm still reading Transformers, so it's got to be
That's
good.
right. That to me is alone a category of why this book is the pick of the year, because
Yeah.
Nate's reading a book about Transformers. It's insane. Hey, I'm interrupting the video. It's only because I've got something really important to tell you. I know you know what we're giving away when we hit 2,000 subscribers. I gotta let you know about what we're giving away when we hit 1,250 subscribers. We're giving away this Uncanny X-Men #1 signed by Jim Chung, CGC grade 9.8. When we hit 1,250 subscribers, you could potentially win this, but you have to be subscribed to our channel. So hit that sub button, ring that bell, give us a like. Let's get back to the video, shall we? Let's jump over to Marvel. We're going to kick it off with the Avengers from McKay, the Blood Hunt tie-in. We've got Cap kind of forming this ragtag group of heroes to kind of, well, not to kind of, he's fighting off not the vampire Nazis, which is like, yo, that sounds dope as shit. Again, not a big vampire comic book guy, but McKay has made it happen. And I think what really makes this book tick is the uniqueness of the group that Cap has put together. You've got, you know, Hawkeye, you've got Hazmat, you've got Hercules, you've got obviously Cap. I know I'm missing another character. Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And you know what's incredibly exciting about this book is that this book is about to spin off after this event into the Avengers Assemble book, which will also have a bunch of different unique characters involved in that Avengers group. More importantly, you know, the characters for us that are important, She-Hulk and Monica Rambeau. This is what I'm talking about. McKay just seems to be the guy at the head of the table with Marvel. That may not be the case, but that dude seems to be just cooking at a point where he's kind of like going head to head with Hickman. We're like, you know what? I'm gonna build out all these concepts that writers are gonna latch onto, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Ultimates, you know, and Ultimates is great too. So it's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this issue, even though I don't like vampires in my comics.
No, I had a blast with it. So I mean, honestly, this whole Blood Hunt stuff has been pretty fun.
Blood Hunt's been insane. And speaking of Blood Hunt, we have Blood Hunt issue #3. And if on the lookout, if you're into it, they've got the explicit content version, and definitely pick it up because it's been worth the extra bucks. I will say that. Like, yeah. I mean, duh. It's Pepe Larraz. Like, that's it. That should just be it. And it is. And he's been doing an absolutely fantastic job at illustrating McKay's vision. This book has been fun. Our last issue, we saw Miles turn into a vampire. We don't know why, so hopefully we'll get some answers. We will get some answers, I think, in this issue. But, like, this event has been knucking futs. Like, it's just insane. And, again, I think Jed McKay deserves a bonus because he is killing it right now.
He's continuing to utilize his characters from his main books. Like, obviously, right? Like he's going to be more familiar with them, especially what's going on with them right now. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a creator that just says, "Hey, like, you know, that's had this much power already." Like he's coming in with 3 ongoing books, and they're not small books. I mean, one of them's the Avengers book, and he's saying, "Hey, I've been doing all this. Now I'm going to do an event, and I'm going to integrate all of this." I think it's been great. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been fun. It's been insane. And again, I can't stress it. Pepe Larraz is just. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT. All right, next up, we've got Gods, issue #8, the final issue in the series from Jonathan Hickman and Valerio Schicchi. You know, Gods has not been easy to read. And that's obviously been on purpose by Jonathan Hickman. He's just doing what he wants. He doesn't care, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know, as we've talked about this book constantly on this channel, our community and people outside of our community have been saying, look, man, just let it, just keep reading it, give it time. I'm telling you, it'll all come together at the last issue. Well, we're here.
We're here.
And I am not at all confident that will be the case. I am not expecting to read Gods issue 8, and maybe I eat my words. Maybe I eat crow. But I cannot fathom this book turning on a light bulb or turning on the switch to a light where I'm like, it all makes sense. Issue 8 is the one where it just brought everything together. I'm just being pessimistic. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I've seen preview panels and I've been like, yep, still doesn't make me go like, damn, Gods was good. Because it just like there have been individual moments in this series where I've been like, yo, that was dope. But as an overall like storytelling mechanic of this new idea that Marvel was like, you don't want to miss gods. And I'm like, I could have missed gods and saved
Yeah.
some money. Like, we'll see. But I'm not really that excited for it. I'm excited that it's over. Maybe. We'll see.
I got 2 issues into this one, so I got behind and found that there was no motivation to catch up at all. So I didn't.
So you've only been into 2 issues. You haven't read anything since 2. Damn, son.
Damn, son.
No idea what's going on.
I don't either. I've been reading it. All right. Next up, we have The Incredible Hulk, issue number 13 from Philip Kennedy Johnson. And look at that, Nick Klein on the book.
Nice.
You know, been having a lot of fun with this book. The art inconsistency has definitely been a detriment to it. But if you put that aside, Philip Kennedy Johnson's really doing some fun things here. You know, we're dealing with, you know, this mother of all monsters and the Green Door and like continuing concepts from Al Ewing's run. And also just like this incredible idea of body horror once again within a Hulk book. And, you know, you wouldn't think you'd be able to elevate it after Ewing's book, but Nick Klein has done a fantastic job of really just showing the horrific transformation of Hulk. Like I think if there's been one really cool visual thing from this book, it's been Nick Klein's demented grotesqueness of Hulk transforming. But there's a lot more going on in the book, and I think we're in for a good time. I know that you looked into the solicitations, and it sounds like this book might be ending kind of soon.
In August, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. We will find out pretty quickly when we.
Yeah.
That didn't sound good from the
solicitations. Yeah, we'll see. All right, after that, our last Marvel book of the night is Ultimate X-Men, issue number 4 from Peach Momoko. And it kind of looks like we're starting to assemble some kind of form of X-Men. Again, Peach has been off in her own little corner over here, doing her own thing with Ultimate X-Men, seamlessly not having any connection to the Ultimate Universe outside of it just being new, different characters. And I am here for it. I've loved it. I think it's been fun. I know that there are a lot of opinions on the internet that haven't been having a good time with this book, and all I can say is go eat grass, because if you don't like it, then don't buy it. Like, plain and simple. I mean, we're not reading a bunch of
motherfuckers.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we're not reading a bunch of other books over at DC because we're not interested, and that's it. Yeah. Like, we're not like, why can't I buy DC books? We're like, all right, guess I'm not buying DC books. And that's the same that goes with this book. If you don't enjoy it, then politely fuck off. I'm sorry. But I've liked it. I think it's been fun. Getting her perspective and her ideas. I think that's always been a mainstay for Peach, is like, she doesn't care. She's going to do what she wants to do. And Marvel, right. I love the fact that they've respected that.
Yeah. The one thing that I was like kind of hoping when this was just going to be a shoehorn of Demon Days, and we're just going to stay in that same feel, and it was, and I love it. Like, obviously it's still its own unique thing, and it's creating something new, but like, to me, it still has that great, the richness and the uniqueness that Demon Days had.
Yeah, and that's definitely present in this book, so see where it goes. Mm-hmm. All right, jumping to our last book of the night and our only DC book of the night, and that is Green Lantern. It's Green Lantern issue number 12, and the subtitle is "In Star Sapphire Reunited at Last." You know, I know you had some hesitations to Hal's, you know, on again, off again, on again, off again love interest, you know, coming into the fray in the previous issue, but we were both very upbeat about issue 11. We both actually liked it a lot. And so to see her come back in as a Starfire or Star Sapphire, or as one of the new Lanterns, to come save Hal and probably the rest of the group, I'm here for it. I am, you know, I get a lot of vibes with this new story arc that we're going to get another kind of ring color spectrum kind of war, like the Sinestro War and the Black Lantern Blackest Night story arc. I'm hoping we're going to get, like, we're moving in that direction. I know that's a lot because DC right now and their events are kind of like, nah, we're just kind of doing these really generic summer events that really don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But I kind of get that sense with Green Lantern. Like, I feel like it's his time. I feel like it's the franchise's time to do another DC related event. And specifically, like, feels like it's going to be centered around Earth, like Earth having multiple colored batteries. I'm pulling at strings here, but I'm just being hopeful because like there's not a lot to be hopeful with DC right now.
I think that would be cool. And I think blocked off Earth's sector and all of the Green Lanterns from the sector are rebel leaders. I think that could definitely do something. I don't know that it would go into like absolute power, but maybe something like House of Secrets.
Well,
Still pretty pervasive.
I'm just saying, like, something's got to snap DC out of this like generic summer event thing, and like, what a franchise to do that. Not Batman, not Superman, fucking Green Lantern. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a minute. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's new Comic Day video for the week of June 12th. Let us know down in the comments. What are you picking up today? What are you reading first? And what's your potential pick of the week? Let us know. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated as we're on the road to 1,250 subscribers, but we can't do it without your support. We love every single one of y'all that watch this show, and we love you even more when you hit that sub button because it definitely helps us out, pushes us further and further to our goals of one day hitting 2,000 subscribers. Make sure to watch us live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll talk about all these books and more. It's going to be a good one. I think we got a lot of books. And I don't say that in a bad way. It's just like we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to come back here live this Sunday where we'll talk about all these books and more, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.